All right. Hi, everyone. I am going to go over your guided practice on mole conversions today. All right. So to review, we know that the mole is also known as the Avogadro's number, which is 6.02 times 10 to the 23 atoms or molecules. And the molar mass of a substance is calculated by adding up the atomic masses of elements of that compound. So when it comes to mole to mass or mass to mole conversions, we're just trying to convert grams of a substance to moles or moles of a substance to grams, right? So my first example here, we see there's 12 grams of carbon, and we know that is 1 mole of carbon. Okay, when you look at the periodic table, 1 mole of carbon is 12.01 grams. And if I ask you, what would the mass of 2 moles of carbon be? You would say, Miss Park, just multiply 12.01 grams by 2 because you have 2 moles of carbon. And that's exactly right. So here, I'm going to multiply 2 times 12.01, but I'm using this thing called conversion factor. If you remember from math, when you do unit conversions, you use a conversion factor to change from one unit to another unit. So here, I'm changing moles to grams. So when we use conversion factors, what happens is whatever you put on the bottom of your conversion factor is the unit that cancels out. So here, the moles cancel out, and once we cancel the moles out, we get grams as our final answer. We have 24.02 grams of carbon. And all we plug into the calculator is 2 times 12.01 to get 24.02 grams. Let's try another problem. So here I have water, and we know that 1 mole of water, H2O, is 18.02 grams. So if I want to drink 6.5 moles of water, how many grams of water is that? I'm going to start with my given value. You see how 6.5 is the given value of the problem, right? So I'm going to start with this value. And I want to change this value into grams. So we have 18.02 grams per mole of water. So that is our conversion factor, where we know the moles would cancel each other out, and we put 6.5 times 18.02 into our calculator and get 117.13 grams. All right, on to the next problem. Now I'm giving you grams. If I drink 100 grams of water, how many moles of water is that? So we always start with our given value, okay? And now, instead of going from moles to grams, you're asked to go from grams to moles, which means we have to flip the conversion factor. You see what I did there? Because I want to cancel the grams, I put the grams on the bottom and mole on top, right? Now this becomes a division problem. On your calculator, you would put 100 divided by 18.02, and you should get 5.55 moles. So just like what I did here with these problems, you're going to use molar mass of elements and compounds to convert moles to mass and vice versa. So let's do 2 practice problems together. So here I need 2.3 moles of salt when cooking pasta. How many grams of salt do I need? All right, so the first step is to figure out the molar mass of sodium chloride, which is salt. And that's easy peasy. You're going to look at your periodic table and add sodium and chlorine together and get 58.44 grams per mole. Now, let's set up the equation to convert moles to mass. All right, so like I said before, you're going to always start with the given value. So I'm just going to put 2.3 moles on my first line. And I'm converting moles to mass. So I want grams to be on top and mole to be on bottom. Cancel the moles out. This is a multiplication problem. 2.3 times 58.44 equals 134.41 grams of sodium chloride. So you notice when you convert moles to mass, you're going to multiply. Multiply. Okay, so moving on. Calcium chloride is the salt that is used to help with icy roads. How many moles of calcium chloride is in 300 grams? So first step, you want to figure out the molar mass of the substance given. When we set up the equation, what do we always start with? We start with our given value, which is 300 grams. So now we're given mass, we're given grams, and we're asked to find moles. So we're going to put grams on the bottom and mole on top. And this becomes a division problem. You see that? 300 grams divided by 110.98 will give you 2.7 mole of calcium chloride. So when you're converting mass to moles, you're always going to be dividing. All right. So I'm gonna go over the next set of notes in a different video, just so that these notes don't go over 15 minutes. So look out for part 2 video.